If you don't know how to create a social media strategy as a social media manager, then you're not ready to be a social media manager, or you are not overqualified to be called a social media manager. Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Becky Jo, a retired social media manager who's currently redefining the business of social media management, while I also teach social media managers how to earn more, how to grow, and how to build their own successful brands, while I'm also building my own agents. In this video today, we're going to be talking about key elements that your social media strategy must include. What is a social media strategy? What should it include? What are the things that should be in it? I know you've been hearing social media strategy, just like it sounds. It's a strategy that every business needs to help them become successful on social media. So there are some key things that you need to put together. It's not as hard as you think it is. It's just a document with different sections. I have like different templates because I like to play with templates. I like to be functional. I like to be visual. I like to be aesthetic. I have quite a lot, and I'm also teaching that in my premium client attraction combo course for social media managers. That's an advanced course for social media managers who wants to earn as high as $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in their businesses. Now, the first thing that you want to know is, what is the objective of this campaign? What is the objective of this business? What are we trying to achieve? That's what you want to include. At this stage, you must have spoken to your client to know what your clients want and the main reason for you putting out this strategy. The next thing is, what are the goals? What are you trying to particularly achieve? Your KPI. With this strategy, we want to make sure that we're hitting 1,000 followers. With this strategy, we want to make sure that we're hitting 10,000 downloads. With this strategy, we're making sure that we are reaching 500,000 people on Instagram, on Twitter. So your KPI is important because that's the next thing that you need to know. After knowing your KPIs, what's the next thing that you want to know?
SWOT analysis. Now, this is where we look at the strengths, the weakness, the opportunities, and the threats. Now, this is always written in a cross sign. I really thought I did this, but unfortunately, my phone wasn't recording. So the strength has to do with, what does the company or the brand currently have that is like a leverage for them, something that they are currently doing that is working for them. For example, they have an existing account, they have great products, they have good customer service. What do they have? Now, for weaknesses, which is the W in SWOT analysis, means their weaknesses. What is making them fall? What is making them not progress? They have low strategy, they have low product, they are not good with social media, they are not active on different platforms. You want to look at that. Now, what are the opportunities? The opportunities are here to counter the weaknesses, which means, what do we have out there they can capitalize on? So let's say, for example, they can work with UGC creators, they can work with content creators, they can work with social media marketers to help them elevate their brand. Threats are like unforeseen circumstances, things that can happen. For example, Instagram can get disabled.
What's the next thing that you want to know? Your target audience. Who are you trying to reach? Who are you trying to sell to? Who are you trying to convert? Because that's the only thing that matters. Once you miss who your audience is, the entire strategy becomes a waste, because your audience is who is buying, who is taking the action. When you begin to sell to the wrong people, you're not going to get any results. Now, imagine that I'm working for, let's say I'm working for a deer brand, and then I'm now in my area of audience. I'm saying, oh, let's put women, let's put pregnant women, because I think pregnant women like to drink alcohol sometimes. That's like 0.001% guaranteed, because they are not like the major audience. I don't want to say from the age of 13 to, because they are teenagers, or the age of 18 to, they offer some alcohol that teenagers cannot afford. So there are key things you want to note even when choosing your audience, from their demographics, their age group, their interests, their psychographics, their way of life, their desires, their behaviors, their location. All this is under demographics. If you do demographics, sociographics, it's a lot. It is in-depth, and this is why I am teaching this in the client attraction combo. After you've known your audience, you now want to be able to know your audience triggers. What are audience triggers? Audience triggers are things that happen that make people take an action. So it can be positive, it can be negative. Positive will result to them taking good actions. Negative will result to to then taking negative action. So let's take an example since we are using alcohol brand. For negative, what's the trigger that can happen? A trigger is maybe they've seen somebody that had an accident just by drinking alcohol. That can trigger people to not want to buy the alcohol, maybe when they feel like because they are going to drag, or because they've seen somebody has had an accident, to trigger them to not even want to taste alcohol again. Positive can be for enjoyment, for flanger, right? They see people grooving, they've seen the impact of the alcohol, they are in a good mood, they are in a celebration mood. This will make them want to buy. This is giving them a positive note to buy, depending on how you now package your messaging. Imagine in this festive period, you say something like, with family, grab 3 to get 1 for free. Enjoy a free bottle of XYZ with family today. Imagine something that, these people do where they say, oh, with friends, let's say Coke, for example, or let's say Star, for example, or let's say Jameson, for example. So think of alcohol brands, think of their messaging, and think of how you can be able to communicate that to your audience. Now, after that, the next thing you want to look at is now the brand strategy. This is where you want to be able to understand the brand voice, the brand tone, how the brand messaging, that's where messaging comes in, because this is where you are communicating with people, the tone in which you are using. When you hear some certain slang, some certain voices, you see even some people who use sonic branding. Sonic branding has to do with sound, audios. If you watch wrestling, WrestleMania, just by the sound alone, you already know who is coming. If you hear boom, you know who is coming just by what? Sound. That's sonic branding. In terms of voice, some people use slangs. There's some people, you hear DJ Khaled say, another one. Everybody just has something that they say and something that they do. My graduation hat is part of my branding. This is a visual, branding. So just like people have their logos, just because I'm a personal brand, I can still have a logo if I want to. I don't have a logo, right? Do you understand? I think my face is okay. So those are the things you want to include. Now, after your brand strategy, you now move next to your content strategy. Your content strategy is now where you want to include your content pillars, your content themes, your content ideas, how you want to post your engagement, strategy. I'm going to be posting 1 time a day, 2 times a day, 5 times a week, 4 times a week. I'm going to be engaging with similar accounts. Just your process is what is being included in your social media strategy. Trust me, guys, it's not as hard as you think it is. I always say that social media management is such a sweet and beautiful job. It's just that you people listen to so many people and it complicates things. Just listen to me. Darling, just listen to me. Okay, finally, when you put this strategy to action, when you've written everything, if you register for my premium course, we're going to be looking at like the templates. I'm going to be telling you how you can fill in yours, what you should observe, what you should do. I'm going to be, is broad, guys. This YouTube video ain't going to cut it for you. You have to pay to get that out of me. All right, let's not stress it. So after you've done like the entire thing, you put into action, you want to now be able to measure your strategy. Are you measuring your strategy monthly? Are you measuring it quarterly? Right? I like to do monthly because I feel like in 30 days, I should be able to see some significant results. Some people do weekly. Some people do 3 months. Some people do, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Some people will do yearly, but that's too long, man. In 1 month, I want to measure, and that's where you do like an analytical report. What should you include in your report? I'm not going to be telling you in this video. If you want to know what you should include in your report, if you want to know what your report, how to document, how to write down a proper report, how you can measure your analytics, let me know in the comments, and I'm going to be sharing another video on that. I really do hope this video was explanatory enough, and now you can be able to create a killer social media strategy. So you can decide to put your social media strategy in like Google Docs, but I'm a visual person. I like to design, so I'm always up with, I think I started with PowerPoint, but now I love Canva so much. So I just really do everything with Canva. Also, in the premium course, I'm going to be giving you access to my template. So now that you've got to the end, if you want to watch my free course on how to become a social media manager, I want you to click the link in the description and go enjoy. If you want to now know what next to do as a social media manager, after finishing up the course, you want to see this video I posted some time ago. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to hit like, drop me a comment, share this video, and subscribe if you've not. I always do forget to say subscribe in between the videos. And that's because I feel like you should be subscribed already. I shouldn't be reminding you. It's something that you must do as a new person that have gotten such valuable information from me for free. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.